Okay, well, thanks for coming. We appreciate you coming out here to help us get the word out on this case. This has been a great investigation for the city of Redlands, and so we're here today with our partners from the United States Attorney's Office, the Drug Enforcement Administration, and the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department to talk about and announce the indictments of and a culmination of a 10-month-long heroin distribution investigation. It's about 10 months ago that my team briefed me on the problem, the growing problem of heroin abuse in our city. At that time we had 8 young people between the ages of 18 and 26 die as a result of heroin overdoses, and had another 21 calls related to heroin overdoses. And as a result of that, our team developed a plan and a strategy to be able to investigate that and bring that heroin distribution ring down. To maximize our opportunity for success, we engaged in a partnership with the agencies that are up here with us today to be able to dismantle this distribution ring. I want to publicly thank the members of our narcotics team, the Sheriff's Department, the DEA, and the United States Attorney's Office for all the hard work that's gone into this case. This is a great example of how local and federal partners should work together to make our city safer, and Redlands is indeed a safer place today because of the success of this investigation. Our partners have invested considerable resources in this case, resources that a police department our size would not be able to invest in pursuing an investigation of this magnitude. The target of the task force was a drug trafficking ring that was distributing heroin in the cities of Redlands, Highland, and Yucaipa. This organization was trafficking approximately ½ kilo of heroin a week. This investigation has netted 20 federal indictments and resulted in serving 7 search warrants. We've confiscated over 3 pounds of heroin. 15 defendants are in custody so far. 5 suspects are still outstanding. All suspects are looking at significant federal exposure for these charges. So at this time, I'd like to introduce the United States Attorney for the Central District of California, Birotte, who will announce the indictments in this case.
Thanks, Chief. Appreciate it. Well, good afternoon, everyone. As the Chief indicated, this is a great example of law enforcement working seamlessly at the state, county, and local level, partnering up with federal resources to really impact our communities and ultimately with the objective of saving lives. As indicated, I'm Birotte. I'm the United States Attorney for the Central District of California, a district that includes both the city of Redlands and the county of San Bernardino. Late yesterday afternoon, prosecutors in our office unsealed a comprehensive sweeping indictment designed to deliver a staggering blow to heroin trafficking here in the Inland Empire. With 20 members of 2 drug trafficking organizations, forces joined together with the city of Redlands and the county of San Bernardino to deliver a message to those who traffic heroin in this community. We want them to understand that in no uncertain terms, that their criminal acts and their conspiracies will be met with severe consequences. We also want the public in this area to know that the Department of Justice and the Drug Enforcement Administration are committed to working with our local partners, both at the city and the county level, to dismantle criminal organizations that threaten the public's well-being and ensure the safety of all our members of our community and all the residents here in the Inland Empire. Now let me put today's effort into context. Late last year, as the Chief indicated, the Redlands Police Department approached the Department of Justice and the DEA because of the spike in heroin deaths and overdoses related to heroin here in this region. And in response, we all came together, formed a task force designed to investigate and prosecute those that were peddling this poison into these neighborhoods. And working together, we pooled our resources and combined them to send the strongest possible message to drug traffickers here in the Inland Empire. And these federal charges do just that. Chief Garcia detailed some of the details of the operation, and I will focus my remarks on the federal charges. Last week, a federal grand jury issued a sweeping 53-page criminal indictment against a total of 20 members or associates of 2 drug trafficking organizations. DTOs is what we commonly call them. One DTO is known as the Gonzalez-Chavez organization. A total of 16 defendants associated with that organization are charged in the indictment. Now, according to the indictment, the Gonzalez Chavez organization is led by Salvador Gonzalez Chavez, and his organization extends from the wholesale supply to street-level drug dealers. The second DTO that's described in this federal indictment is known as the John Flores organization. According to our indictment, the Flores organization led by John James Flores, also known as Juan, and the indictment charges an additional 4 defendants associated with that organization. Together, both the J. Flores and the Gonzalez Chavez DTOs combined and conspired to operate a wide sweeping business peddling this poison, heroin, a dangerous and powerfully addictive narcotic throughout San Bernardino and Los Angeles County and here in the city of Redlands. But now, thanks to all the good work of the members of the task force that are behind me and out in the hallways, this federal indictment, these defendants will be facing stiff prison sentences if and when they are convicted. Indeed, 11 of the 20 defendants in this indictment face a maximum potential of 40 years in federal prison and a mandatory minimum sentence of at least 5 years in federal prison. Now, 9 of these defendants we have alleged have prior felony convictions, and if proven, those convictions will add a mandatory minimum of 10 years in federal prison. And let me assure you that federal prison is real prison time. Defendants serve 80% of that time in prisons all over the United States. Now, I want to conclude by saying this. In today's crackdown, we have seen the best that I think that law enforcement can offer. Federal and local resources working together to put these heroin dealers that thought they were untouchable out of business. Our message is simply this: no drug trafficker in this region is beyond the reach of the law. Working together, we can and we will dismantle drug trafficking organizations just like this one here in these indictments, from top to bottom, from shot caller to street dealer. We will work to put you out of business and to put you in federal prison. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Birotte. And now I'd like to introduce the mayor of the city of Redlands, Pete Aguilar, to make a few comments.
On behalf of the city of Redlands, I wanted to thank Chief Garcia, the men and women of the Redlands Police Department, and the various federal and state agencies who have come together to help us. The San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, the Drug Enforcement Administration, and the United States Attorney, working together. In these difficult times, local municipalities are strapped, as Chief Garcia mentioned, and our citizens demand that we work together to solve crime and to make our communities a better place to live. And the young people that have been affected by this drug, one young person being affected by this drug is too much. But what we have seen in the past, I want to thank the chief for noticing that, for working with us in order to correct this situation and to put these people behind bars. This has been a great collaborative working relationship among these agencies, and I want to thank the men and women of the Redlands Police Department for working diligently on this issue over the past in order to put these individuals responsible for these crimes. So thank you very much.
We also have a number of family members who lost loved ones to heroin overdoses that are here today. Some of them would be willing to talk to you all after the press conference. We also have some photographs and some other press releases to hand out to you that Carl Baker will give to you at the end of this press conference. So now we'd like to open it up to see if there's any specific questions you have. Rob?
Can you talk about from the wholesale level to the street level, basically how would they get this heroin in here, what would they do with it, and how would they get it to the potential, the alleged victims?
Yeah, there's a number of different ways that they do things, mostly delivery, drop-offs, throughout the area. What we found is we started here in the city of Redlands, and it just branched out into the greater Inland Empire area, and even stretches beyond that in many cases. And so you make a call, you get somebody to come and make a delivery to you wherever you're at. So it's a regular service delivery method that makes it a little bit more difficult to track sometimes, because it's not just the same house doing the same thing and having traffic coming up to it. It's people moving all over the city and all over the area to be able to distribute the heroin.
And does this come from Mexico or
yeah,
where?
we believe that this most of the heroin in this case is through Mexico. Yes. Anybody else? Okay, well, thank you very much for coming. We will stick around for a little while. If you'd like to talk to us or ask specific questions, we'd be more than happy to take the time to answer those questions. So thank you very much for being here.
Anytime.